3 2-packs. Gonna change all the profiles over to the Cryogrip plate. Very stuck to the build plate. So I've got quite a few Etsy orders that came in over the last 2 or 3 days. There are 19 in here that we have to get shipped out. So I'm going to go through here, make sure I have everything in stock, and if we don't, we're going to get things printed out so we can get these orders on their way. So we've got a few things to throw on to the printers today. I'm going to pull up Orca and get the football cutter loaded up. Alright, so it's going to take about 4 hours and 10 minutes to get 4 of these printed out. I don't need 4 right now, but I figure I might as well while I am printing them out. I'm going to send this down to the single unit A1 Mini, and I like to make sure I put in here the type of build plate that it's sliced for, as well as the type of filament that it is sliced for. That way, if I ever come back and look at it on the machine over there, I don't have to guess what I sliced it for to begin with. While this is sending, I'm going to go ahead and get the filament loaded into the A1 Mini. So it is the afternoon right now. None of these will be shipped out today. They're all going to end up going in the morning. I'll have the post office pick them up when they drop off the mail. So while the cookie cutters are printing, I am going to select and get every one of these labels printed out and over onto the shipping station so we can get these orders packed up. When I am going through what I have to ship, regardless of the ship by date, I typically, if I have them in stock, I will ship whatever is in here. Etsy will let me print out the shipping label on a 4x6 thermal printer, but there's no option to print out your packing slip on that unless I'm missing something. If you know of a way to get your packing slip to print properly and not way shrunken down and non-legible through Etsy, let me know down in the comments below. So I'm just going to go through here and print out all of the labels for our items today. The only issue that I have with printing the Etsy packing slips is that they're so small. Like, yes, I can print these and include them, scale them down, it works. I just wish there was a way to properly fit it to the 4x6 label. But I guess I'm going to print out the rest of these labels just in a similar fashion, so I have not only my label but my packing slip. That'll just make it go a little bit easier. It's something new that I'm trying. If you print out or include packing slips with your orders, let me know down in the comments. Alright, so I've got 15 labels selected here. We'll hit review, and that will come right out of your Etsy balance. And that's going to print out all 15 labels as well as the packing slips. Alright, I've got 19 shipping labels here along with their packing slips. Let's go pick some product out. Alright, so I have 4 orders for these Baby Sloth fidget keychains from Built Over Bought on Thangs. I'll have a link to them down in the description below if you're interested in any of their files. However, the ones that are on my Etsy page are this color, and the ones that I have stock of right now are this color. You can see the difference, and what people ordered is this one, so that's what they're going to get. So I've gone and ordered another roll of the brown Polymaker PLA, which is what this one is. With that said, I'm only going to get 2 of these shipped out. It'll be here tomorrow, I believe. So 2 of these will get shipped out tomorrow, and then the other 2 I'll ship out the following day. And I've just got a bag from Amazon. I'll show you the label that's on it right there if you're interested in picking some up. They're linked down in the description below. Of these key rings, they are 25mm, 1-inch key rings that I just pack up with each order. They just slide right in. and they get sent out with the keyring right on product. 6 dumbbells. Ordered 3 2-packs. Thank you so much, Sean in North Carolina. So the French Bulldog cookie cutter is going to Robin in Missouri. She's also getting one of those football cookie cutter stamp combos. Get a flexible shark keychain. Get a husky keychain to Patrick in Maryland. Tire shop desk organizer going to Kim in Georgia. All right, I'm gonna get, boy, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 more dumbbell business card holders. 2 half-inch black table saw push sticks. 2 packs of 2 of the Festool, 3 packs of 2. I gotta make sure that we've only got ×1 on all these. So he's got 2, and we've got another, it's 4. All right, and that should be everything minus these 2 guys here, which we are waiting on Filament to come in. I'm just gonna set them off to the side. And then for this one, since we're waiting on the football cookie cutter, I'm gonna set this aside as well. And I'm gonna get packing materials for everything. All right, so for the Festools and the double and single packs of the business card holders, I'm gonna ship them out in the 10.5 by 16 bubble mailers. All of this stuff is linked down in the description below if you're interested in picking some up for yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have some of the melting jack-o'-lanterns, 2 of the table saw push sticks. They will fit into one of these. These are 10 by 6 bubble mailers. The keychains, these little 4 by 8 mailers, I've got them in 2 colors, black and teal. They offer them in like 4 or 5 different colors on Amazon. I'm also going to need a bunch of these bubble bags to pack everything up in. All right, for the big order of dumbbell business card holders, I'm gonna pack them into one of these Elegoo filament boxes that holds 2 spools. So I will start out with the push sticks, make sure there's no fuzzies on them. All right, and I will match up the shipping label with the mailing slip. Just gonna throw everything into this big tote, so when the mailman comes tomorrow, he can just pick everything up. Not used to putting the packing slips in with them. Keychains go into these little 3x5 cellophane bags, and they also get a little card that's got some of the other choices of keychains as well as a QR code with a 15% off discount to our website. Everything big like this just gets a bubble mailer and then goes into the 10.5 by 16 bag with its packing slip to Kim. Assuming I don't have any other Kims that purchased anything, this should all go just fine. I'm gonna put some bubble wrap at the bottom. I guess just stack them up like that. Obviously they're already protected by the bubble wrap that surrounds them. This is more so to make it so they don't rattle around in there. Not the most professional look, but I'd rather tape be on there than have the box come open in shipping. Might as well cover the whole bottom of the box. Well, it's not going to fall out of there, is it? I did forget to put the packing label in though. Alright, next up on the list is going to be another one of the dumbbell card holders to Bethany. And last up, got some of these jack-o'-lantern, melting jack-o'-lantern tea light candle sets. I believe this file is available on Fangs. I will link it down below if you'd like to print it for yourself. I don't remember if it's free if you don't use it for commercial use, but I know you need a commercial subscription to their Fangs if you'd like to resell it. These need some tea lights. Just gonna check them. So that one seems to work, but right off the bat there it was a little bit iffy. Just gonna grab another one just in case. I'm sure that one's fine, but there we go. Alright, somehow I missed a packing slip. We have one more of the Tire Shop desk organizers to go out to Delaney in Georgia. Alright, I've got the AMS loaded up with black, brown, and white. I'm going to get the build plate swapped out for the Cryogrip. If you're interested in picking one of these up, I'll have a link down in the description to the Amazon listing where you can get one of these guys. They are amazing quality build plates, super durable, and you can run it at a much lower temperature as well. Alright, now that we've got the build plate swapped out and our filament loaded up, I'm going to open up our file for the Husky keychains. Going to change all the profiles over to the Cryogrip plate because that is going to be a lower print temperature. Everything else should be the same. I'm going to cut that in half right now. Alright, 14 hours and 3 minutes. For this I'm going to have, we'll do white in 2, brown in 3, and black in 4. The reason I title it that way is because you cannot choose your filament on the P1P or the P1S, and you have to use default AMS mappings. So whatever you've selected in here, if you go to reprint it from the machine, you need to make sure your filament is in the same slot as when you originally printed it. Select our P1P, it knows what colors that we need to use. And we can send it over to the P1P. Alright, so the Huskies just finished up on the P1P. Actually, they finished up about 4 hours ago, and you can see with the Cryogrip they are still very stuck to the build plate. And these came out awesome. These were printed at a 0.18 millimeter layer height. There's a little bit of fuzz on it that'll get cleaned up with the torch before they get shipped out. 14 hours, we got 7 of them, and if we had let it go for 23, we could have doubled the amount. A lot of the time is spent doing the filament changes, which is another thing, is there's no way for me to get the poop out of the back there from the filament changes. I need a way to route it from the port that's on the other side of this, down and around here, and then down into a bucket that's underneath. I mean, I suppose I could just cut a hole in the back there and put a bucket underneath. That would actually probably work pretty well. But I think we can come up with a little design for that. Well, let's go check on the computer and see if there's something that we could use. Alright, so I'm going to get onto Maker World and see if they have a P1P Chute boop. So I'm thinking something similar to this, but I mean, if I stuck that in the back and just cut a hole right below where the back of the printer is, that would work. That's kind of a neat idea. Reuse old toilet paper rolls. It looks like you stick it on there with magnets and then, I mean, this is kind of what I'm thinking right here. I can put a bucket underneath the shelf. In fact, I have a bucket underneath there. If I just moved it a little bit to the right and then fed it right through there, that would work. Why not? Let's do that. You know what? We can fit all of these if we go to the P1P. Hopefully that bridge is alright. I guess I'll have to use supports. Wonder if we can lay this one down like that. So I think this should print fine without supports. These are probably going to need them. Alright, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Going to use 90.92 grams of filament. I'm going to send these down to the Bambu Lab P1P, and we're using the Cryogrip plate. Alright, and just in case this one doesn't work out, I'm going to look for a second variation. Alright, and the next one I'm going to get is going to be from Boss Tech Print Innovations on Maker World. I'll link it down in the description below. I don't think this is going to fit onto my A1 Mini. I probably should have used the A1 Minis to print those other parts, but... Alright, I'm going to print this one to start out. We've already got that sent on down to the printer, and then when these finish up, I'm going to send this one just because I really want to see how that prints without any supports. These have been done all night long. Isn't that nuts? This plate is something else. This is just PLA, no glue, no adhesive or anything. These might be a pain in the ass to get off. I am concerned about those, but I suppose we'll see that in a minute. Supports came off nice though. I have had issues in the past with tree supports sticking real well to the build plate, especially if they're PETG, but the PLA seems to come off of this Cryogrip real easy. Alright, now that all the parts for the poop chute are done printing for the P1P, I'm going to get it turned around, get that thing installed, and see how it works. So, I sort of forgot, I have to cut a hole behind there, so I can't just turn it. I'm going to move it over to there so we can get that hole drilled. Then we're going to get some old toilet paper rolls. I don't know if I have any, but if not, we'll just pull some out of a new roll. It still works, right? And this is why we're doing this. So this has somewhere to go. Since I don't know exactly how well this is going to work, I'm just going to use some tape and CA glue to hold it on there. I don't want to block too much of that. We don't want to block any of it at all. I also don't want to block the chute. I'm going to do the same thing on our piece here. We've never seen this method. It's referred to as the CA glue and blue tape method. Blue tape and CA glue. It's typically used a lot with CNCs, more so on the hobbyist side. I'm not actually sure how well this is going to stick. Never tried it with plastic before. Now, with everything I've just said, if this works, I'll probably never take this off because it's going to be in the back of the machine where nobody's ever going to see it. And if it works, why mess with it? The other reason I'm doing it this way is because I don't have any magnets that are, well, as tiny as those holes were. They were probably 2mm. Either way, I didn't have them. That covers all of that. I'm just going to put a drop of glue on each corner. Don't need very much. Then typically you'd spray this part here, but I don't want to spray the machine. I'm just going to very quickly go over that and then set this into place before it has a chance to cure. That is stuck on there. I'm not going to play with it too much because it is still drying, but you can see how quick that works. I'm actually flexing the panel of the back of the machine at this point instead of pulling this piece off. So that works, but will the toilet paper fit and will we be able to get it down the hole? I'm gonna go grab some toilet paper. I think my rolls are slightly bigger than what this allows for. I wonder, call that a roll connector. I mean, that works. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the P1P back over here and get that toilet paper roll lined up. So that's pretty close up there. I'm just gonna take a look from underneath. Actually, you're gonna take a look from underneath and I'm gonna review the footage afterwards. I know I should want to fix that more, but it's kind of already lined up with the hole and I can't really see it anyway. So I'm just gonna run a couple prints and see if they fall down that chute. So it ended up falling just slightly behind that hole that I drilled. So I've angled the toilet paper roll backwards a little bit. So hopefully next time that will work. Overall, the part does what it was designed to do. It makes the poop go out and down. I just need to widen that hole or cut it out with a jigsaw just so it's got a little bit more room for the filament to fall down there. Well, that is where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to see more of it, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on another video. If you have any questions about anything you saw today, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. I do read every single one of your comments and I try to get back to them within a timely manner. And until next time, folks, take care.